Welcome back to Switzer. One of the most prestigious business accolades in the country is the Telstra Australia Business of the Year Award, which this year was taken out by Executive Risk Solutions, which was the brainchild of Scott Houston, who joins me at the desk. How are you, mate? Well done.
Good, thanks, Fred. Thanks very much.
I was at the award night and I was sitting there and saying, Executive Risk Solutions. What the hell do those guys do? So tell me, what do you do?
It's a pretty broad range of services that we do provide, but generally we assist companies to work in the remote and hostile environments. So by providing the easiest way to do it is privatised emergency services. So you think about the fire brigade, paramedics and ambulance, emergency doctors, and then police services as well. So, but
why do you call it executive risk? I can see risk solutions. You're in like anything could go wrong.
Yep.
But why executive? Is because it's just good quality.
We started out as a consultancy before we stepped into Manpower, and our consultancy to start off with, which we continue now, was training the executive management teams in how to deal with an incident or a major disaster. So so we look after an incident right from we put the boots on the ground, the equipment on the ground. We then train the management teams in how to deal with things such as fatalities, environmental incidents, and other major sort of disasters, all the way through to the crisis teams, the corporate teams that sit in the corporate offices.
Maybe a lot of my viewers are too young to remember Red Adair, but Red Adair was a famous firefighter, wasn't he? He dropped into massive oil fires and things like that. So in a sense, you've systemised what someone like Red Adair would do, solve massive problems.
Yeah, start to finish, all the way through, and we assist in all angles of it, all the way through to the post-incident review, so an independent review.
Explain to my viewers what your background was before you went into this very low-risk business.
My background came from the military, so I spent 15 years in the military. Most of that time was with the SAS, the Special Air Service Regiment, over in Perth.
So you're used to living a pretty quiet life.
Yeah, far from it. I suppose I finished up in Afghanistan and came home and thought there was more to life for me, and I wanted to commit a bit more to my family and time with the family. And so I stepped out of the SAS and went and worked for Rio Tinto for a few years, and then stepped out and started my own consultancy.
Have you seen the American film Sniper?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Was it a fair creation of how scary life could be in the battle zones of Afghanistan and Iraq?
I think it was. I think it was great. It showed a different aspect of combat, I think, which needs to be shown. I think.
Yeah, it does create unusual people, which I guess you're part of it. But you've now taken what you've learnt there into a really important area. No one wants the corporations of Australia to put people at risk, and that's ultimately the name of the game for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's keeping people safe and mitigating those risks to allow companies to work. We were just recently in Mogadishu, in Somalia, only a couple of weeks ago in Mozambique. So we, up in Myanmar, PNG. So helping companies to make sure that their staff that they send overseas are safe.
How long have you been going for?
7 years now, just over 7 years.
And how many employees do you have?
Just over 100. I think it's about 104, 105.
That's great growth. And you're selling to both Australian and foreign companies?
Yes.
So you're an export earner as well?
Yep, that's correct. So Australia is our main area at the moment, and that's predominantly where the bulk of our services are delivered. But we're working hard to expand internationally.
Now, what was the big break that took you from obviously you're learning in the first 3 or 4 years? What was the big break that took you to the next level?
The big break for us and the game changer for us really was we picked up the Roy Hill contract.
That's Gina Reinhardt's operation?
Yeah, so the Roy Hill project. And we picked that up 3 years ago, and we've been up there for 3 years now, and it has been an amazing project to be part of. When, as a company, we're really proud to be part of such a fantastic project. And in all honesty, as a client, Roy Hill have been fantastic. We couldn't be happier than dealing with Roy Hill.
Clearly, all the systems and processes you learn in the ADF were really important for the business, but also hanging out with good corporations, did you learn a lot as well? Because they got processes and systems as well.
Yeah, we did. It was an eye opener for me, I suppose, to first join Rio Tinto, and then subsequently from there working with Rio, BHP, and several others as our clients, and Roy Hill. Their systems and their processes are very good and a little bit different to the military. A lot of the military processes and systems transfer across very well. But yeah, so it's definitely been an eye-opener.
I guess a unionised employee doesn't follow orders as well as a soldier.
Yeah. Well, probably a large amount of our workforce are ex-military, ex-military or ex-emergency services, so they come from the background of the fire brigade or paramedics. Yeah. And that fits our culture really well. It is one of our points of difference, is our staff. We are fairly militaristic, so our staff are clean shaven every morning. They've mostly got short hair. They have to pass a work capability assessment, which is very similar to a fitness assessment. So we demand,
they can't hit the grog every night. So
they're not allowed to.
Yeah,
our staff are on the dry when they're deployed onto sites. They're not allowed to drink because they're on call. Yeah. So we take a really serious approach to it, and we wanted to attract professional people. Yeah. And the best way to attract those professional people was to give them a professional team to be part of and good standards.
Yeah, for sure. So winning this award, has it opened up a lot of doors and potential customers for you where you might not have expected?
It's starting to.
Yeah. It wasn't long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was only
4 weeks ago.
Only a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And it's been an amazing process. And Telstra have done, I think, so well. And it's so great to have their support behind an award process like this. And it's starting to open up some doors. I suppose people are... I suppose we're more identifiable in the marketplace. And that was part of the reason for us going into the award process, was to heighten our profile and to check our systems against and to have them judged. And so we've been extremely fortunate and very, very happy to come out on top.
A lot of people tell me when they do the awards, in actually answering the questions and looking at the sort of objective things that they want to look at, you learn a lot of stuff along the way and it actually improves your business. Did you experience that?
Yeah, definitely. Being a small business and going through such a rapid growth, we were very much so sort of head down, butts up for quite some time. Yeah. And it's great to sort of sit back and when you go through and answer the questions and reflect on just what you have achieved as a company and where your standards are. And so it has been amazing to do.
It's a great story, mate, and congratulations.
No, thank you.
So that's Scott Houston of Executive Risk Solutions.